Greetings wet shavers and head shavers, welcome to OJ Shaves. Today we're going to get our rock on with Nomad by Razorock, the Razorock 400 Plissoft synthetic brush, and the MJ-90 by Razorock, coming right up. And welcome back. Well, today we're going to be using Nomad. Nomad is a shaving cream soap, or more of a croap. It's kind of a soft dentable soap made by Razorock. Joe at Razorock tried to imitate a Italian fragrance, I think it called Zizania, that he, in France, that he encountered. Was very taken by it and decided to make his own version of it. So Nomad is what he came up with. So it's got top notes of orange blossom, bergamot, coriander, heart of lavender, nutmeg, cardamom, ginger, geranium, black pepper and cumin, and the base of patchouli, amber, cedar, vetiver, and sandalwood. Results in a very sweet scent. Smells a little bit like their aqua, which is a fresh marine scent, but still very sweet, very pleasant indeed. We're going to be using the Razorock 400 synthetic brush with the aluminum handle and the Plissoft knot. He's used that in a few of his other brushes. Really good. It'll be my second use of this brush. My first use, I was really happy with it. Razor today is going to be the Razorock MJ-90, which has been modeled around the Edwin Jagger DE89. I'll do a dedicated comparison review between the two razors, but this is CNC milled top and bottom. The head is made out of aluminum, and the handle is made out of stainless steel. So the head is kind of light, and the handle is a halo handle, which has got some good weight to it, and I think is the same type of handle you can get on their other CNC razors. But overall, this feels really high quality compared to the DE89, and quite frankly, I'm not sure why you would bother with the DE89 when this exists for, quite frankly, a better price. So we'll talk more about this as we go along. But first things first, going to wet my head and apply some pre-shave. Be right back. Use Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements Ice Cube. So this basically provides extra glide, a huge menthol hit, which is fantastic and really enjoyable during the shave. So if you like menthol, you are going to like this product for sure. I think Razorock has a similar product. I've tried a few times to pick it up, but it's always been out of stock, so obviously some people like it. So, but I do have this, and I would believe it's kind of similar, but we'd have to do a full Razorock shave, and for that we need the Razorock Ice Cube, which I don't have just yet, but I hope to get an email when it comes in stock. So anyway, just rub this against the grain. Take a little bit of water and just rub that in. I suppose you could shave with just this stuff, but I don't think you'd want to. That's no fun in that. You just gotta make sure you don't get it in your eyes. So with head shaving, us head shavers gotta watch out for water dribbling in our eyes. And I have had mentholated soaps drip into my eyes. It's not a good time, let me tell you. All right. So like I said, my hands are wet now. Nomad. That's today's soap. Sweat. And Razorock 400 Plissoft brush with the Plissoft knot. They also make a black knotted version of it, which quite frankly was the one I intended to order, but I got this one instead. No problem. Still works just great. So just wet the brush, squeeze out some of the water, and start to load. Hope everybody's doing well, coming off the holiday. Crazy weather we're having here in outside of Toronto here in Milton, Ontario. Weather I think is maybe close to 40, 42 today. It's crazy hot. Anyway, days like this, I'm happy I don't have hair. This brush is really good. The handle's got some fantastic weight to it. It was modeled after the original vintage brush, and then Razorock has a couple of versions of it. I think there's a butterscotch version, which has a different knot. I don't have that version, but I jumped straight to this one. So, got that loaded up. Gonna add a little bit extra water to my head. And again, I got some drops. You gotta be careful with those mentholated soaps so I can really feel the menthol kicking in, which is really, really good. This brush really, these Plissoft knots are really, really good. I already feel the cushion of the lather. Pretty easy to work it up. This feels really good. Seems to be holding a good amount of water. Man, I'm getting it all over myself today. All right. Clear the tops off just a little bit so we can see our lines. All right. So Razorock MJ-90, medium aggressive razor. 3-piece razor, comes apart like this. We're going to be using Treet blade, third use of this blade. Recently discovered Treet, I think a couple of months ago. I've been very, very happy with it. It's a very sharp blade, seems to work really, really well. As you can tell, the blade tabs are covered, which is, I think, a Razorock signature feature, which I love. Going around your ears, having the blade tabs covered, really, really good, helpful, and quite frankly, you don't appreciate it until you actually bite yourself. So, all right. Here we go. So the head of this MJ-90 is pretty light. So you can really hear it singing. It has excellent feedback. It's a medium aggressive razor. If you go to Razorock's website, they have an aggression scale which tells you about all the razors and the aggressiveness, relative aggressiveness. So this, they claim, is about medium. Yeah, it's about medium. Medium mild. Probably a tad more aggressive than the original Edwin Jagger. I'd have to give that another go. I don't think I've used that in a long time since I discovered Razorock's premium razors, of which I have several, and I'll do individual reviews on each one of those. But this is definitely a razor that I would suggest to somebody as their first one. There really is no reason to buy the Merkur 34C or any of the other typical ones. And you know, everyone kind of has the 34C. I recently sold mine because I just didn't use it anymore. And no reason to buy the DE89. This is a far superior razor. So if somebody's just looking for their first razor or just one razor to do the job, this could be the one. I haven't face shaved with it just yet, but for head shaving, very intuitive, and it doesn't feel dangerous to me. That was a pretty good first pass. All right, I'm gonna rinse up, be back for pass 2. The aluminum handle does seem to get a little bit slippery, at least to me, so I had to just give a quick tap of my alum block to get some grip. Alum block really works well in those situations. Seem to be dropping shaving cream all over the place today. Yeah, the first pass with the MJ-90 and the Treet was really, really good. All right. Second pass, across the grain. Yeah, lots of audible feedback on this razor. More so than the other ones. Touch the alum again. Yeah, you don't need a lot of pressure. I find shaving my head is a little bit harder on blades than my face used to be. Even though I still get 3 shaves out of a blade, I just feel they lose a little bit of gas quicker than normal. Still feeling that menthol from the pre-shave. The scent from the NOMAD, very nice. Definitely exotic. All right, we'll rinse up, be back for pass 3. All right, back for pass 3. Yeah, this brush really held a lot of lather. Alright, well, if this is your first visit to my channel, you'll know, or you're going to learn, that I like to do my third pass with the Leaf by Leaf Shave. If you don't know about the Leaf, there's a link down below, or there will be, that'll basically give you a quick rundown of this razor, but basically this is a cartridge type razor that takes 3 half DE blades. And it's very intuitive, and for head shaving, using it on the against the grain pass sort of allows it to like buff your head, and it makes very, very quick work of against the grain shaving. Now, quite possibly it may be the only tool you need if you're a head shaver and you just want to get this done quickly and easily, but if you got a bunch of razors, you may want to just put it in your rotation, or do what I do, which is basically just use it for against the grain. Once you've tried it, honestly, I don't think you would do against the grain with a DE again. Doing it with a DE is certainly possible. It just takes a little bit of effort. You know, the surface area contact of a double edge is not very good, and depending on the shape of your head, it may or may not leave strips of hair behind that are sort of annoying to get rid of, and you do risk irritation at that point because there's a lot of passes you may need to make, but this really makes it easy. Like smooth as glass with really no fuss, no muss. So right now I have 3 Treet blades in this. I find Treet works really well. I've tried some other blades, not so good, but the sharp blades, Feathers, Kais, Astras, Treets, they seem to work really well. Alright, I'm going to rinse up and I'll be right back. Got that all cleaned up. Now we're just quickly going to do the beard cleanup. So I'll do a comparison with the MJ-90 and the Edwin Jagger side by side and show you the size comparisons, weight comparisons. So look down below for that link. I'll add it once I've created it and uploaded it. But if you're looking for a really, really good razor, I think this is like $35 Canadian, $29 US. Unbeatable value. Like, it's cheaper than the DE89. So I'm not sure why you would buy that razor at all. Good feedback. It's a clean cutter. To grain here. Really happy with this. Great shave today. Razorock knocks it out of the park. It's hard to go to that website and not buy something. And especially when you get that email saying it's back in stock, then you have to act. We know their stuff is popular and sells out quick. I recently sold off a bunch of my razors and have almost exclusively Razorock razors now. I just think the value ratio is too good to deny. And I've never used the fancier, like above the tie or the really super expensive stainless steel razors. And, you know, quite frankly, I don't think I ever will. I don't intend on buying them, that's for sure. So if somebody lends me one and I try it, yeah, maybe that's the only way I might end up buying one. But the performance you get from the Razorock stuff is just outstanding. Can't beat it. All right, post shave. Lucky Tiger aftershave tonic. Next to no scent, just provides a great post-shave feel. I think there's like chamomile oil or something in it. I use this and Thayer's interchangeably, but definitely Lucky Tiger's the first step. Round out the Rock Shave, Nomad aftershave. Oh yeah. I think the aftershave smells better than the soap, quite frankly. Really good. And as a top coat, Geotrumper Sandalwood. The scent is so light, it doesn't compete with anything. All you need is a tiny drop. And it gives you enough slide to cover your head. I've had this bottle, I think, for 6-7 years, and I use it off and on, and I have the lime scented one as well. And today's beard balm, King C Gillette. Been actually pretty pleased with this. I have a friend of mine who bought the razor that Gillette recently came out with in this series, King C Gillette. They've kind of, I guess, decided they're going to get in the game, or back in the game of wet shaving. So this is a real light beard balm. It doesn't feel heavy to me at all, but it does a good job at controlling the flyaways. Smells great. Feels light. And overall, great product. So I've almost used a whole tin of it in recent times. So well, that's it, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, subscribe, and channel's just getting started out, so there's not a lot of videos, and this might in fact be the first one. But if you like this style of video and you're a head shaver or a wet shaver, stay tuned. I'm going to do a lot of reviews of different types of razors, comparisons, soap reviews, razor reviews, and we look forward to your comments and the feedback. Thanks guys, see you next time.